Good morning, everybody. This is Eureka John and Eureka Street Crypto Hub broadcasting live on September 6th, Labor Day 2021. What's going on with my screen here? All right, let's get my browser up. Yeah, got some spam on my Telegram. Yes. Anyway, so it is 7:27 in the morning. I'm broadcasting live on Theta TV from Leander, Texas. And what is going on with the stream? Okay. Anyway, it's been that type of night and morning. My 2-year-old kept me up all night. She woke up like about 3 or 4 times in the middle of the night. She had a rowdy night, I guess. So sorry for her. And yeah, but normally I'm up at like 5:30 in the morning, but not this morning. But hey, it happens. And I'm glad I don't have to go to work today. So it's Labor Day, right? I'll eat my banana and wake up and talk about some crypto with you guys, because I did learn some stuff yesterday. And that's what this is. This is a video blog. I just talk about some things that I learned. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I've been doing this consecutively since February 6th. So that's, I guess, 7 months. March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, 7 months. And then I've done this show, I've had this channel since October 24th, 2020. So this is just me talking about crypto. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So yes, let's go to get on here to CoinGecko and see what's up. Okay, let me close out this chat here and open up this chat here in case anybody from Theta wants to jump on and say what's up. Maybe I'll see some of the usual folks on here. All right, so Bitcoin, $51,292.32. And Ethereum, $3,895.69. It looks like we're having a little red hour. That's what it's down to now, is red hours. It's no longer red days. I mean, I'm sure we will have some red days. I'm just joking. So Cardano at 283. Binance Coin, 494.04. Tether stablecoin sitting at 99 cents. XRP, $1.34. Solana, $1.40.19, up 49.1% in the past 7 days. Ethereum's up 20.5% in the past 7 days. Got the Doge, 30 cents. Polkadot, 33.46, 29.48, 29.8% in the past 7 days. Let's see what we have here. It's going down. Chainlink's been on a tear too. 30% in the past 7 days, up 10% in the past 24 hours. $33.54. And let's see what else we have here. We have Uniswap, 29.02. Litecoin, 222.09. Bitcoin Cash, 776, 766.79. Terra, 31.56. Binance USD is a stable coin. This ICP clown token, $78.45. I'm going to have to talk about that at some point. Filecoin, $110.39, up 49.6% in 7 days. And Polygon Matic up 13. Everything is pretty much up if it's a legit project, you know. So yeah, it's things are looking pretty good. Let's see where Theta is. Theta is up 15.2% at $7.99 for a mere price of $79.99. You can get a Theta token. Cosmos 25.13. Monero 307.11. I'm trying to find the best way to acquire some Monero. A lot of the even decentralized exchanges don't support. Well, not decentralized, but I mean, Atomic Wallet won't trade you to Monero. A lot of wallets won't support Monero. I know the Engine wallet used to, and it won't support Monero anymore because it's, you know, the government doesn't like Monero, and they're people afraid to get in trouble. Aave is at 407.05, up 11.4%, down 3.1%. I think it got up to like 422 yesterday. The Graph, 99 cents. And let's see, Quant. Dude, Quant has been on a tear, up 74.3%, and I do own Quant, so I'm happy about that. Apparently, there's only like 1.4% left on exchanges, and there's only a supply of 14.6 million total. So yeah, if you bought in quant a while back, then you're doing all right. That's all I gotta say. I didn't buy a ton of it, but I bought enough to do okay. So all right, I'll take it. Yeah. All right. So I need to get some Celsius so I can get some better interest rate on the stuff that I have on Celsius, because the more Celsius tokens you have, the better the better rates you get for what you're saving on Celsius. And um, yeah, there's some point where the rates get really good. So yeah, I think I will buy some Celsius to increase that percentage rate, because every single Monday I get dumped in my wallet some interest, and a lot of these protocols, these CFI protocols, centralized finance protocols, they act basically just like banks, but banks back in the 1980s when they used to give you good interest rates, and they take your crypto and they use it, and they basically make money off of it and then give you a percentage of that. And it kind of acts just in the way that traditional banks, I guess, used to act, when they would actually give you a good percentage of that interest. Now they just give you 0.5% if you're lucky. But yeah, so Celsius acts like a 1980s bank, gives you a good interest rate, and then if you own their Celsius token, they will increase that interest rate. And every Monday, they drop in your account everything you've earned interest on, instead of monthly like a lot of these other CFI projects. So I know BlockFi and Nexo are monthly, so Celsius is weekly. So even though it all probably equates out to the same thing, it still just feels good every week to just have something dropped into your account out of interest. So yeah, I kind of like that. Anyway, yeah, so that's kind of, and Celsius allows you to borrow against your crypto. Let's go take a look at Celsius real quick. So I wasn't really gonna go look at it today, but I got this. I get this stuff in the mail all the time, and I'll show you. It's this letter. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have gotten this too, but it's basically, you get this check in the mail, right? And the envelope says, check enclosed, open immediately, and I mean, I know which companies are doing this, so I knew right off the hand before I even opened it what it was. But this is a check for $2,549, right? And back and show you can sign it and all that crap. So yeah, you can deposit this check in your bank account, and this is your basically your agreement to say, yeah, sure, I want this money. This is great. Thank you for sending me this free money and all that stuff. And down on the back, on the writing, on the fine print, it says amount financed $2,549. Finance charge $1,580.08. And then so the total of your payments for that $2,550 basically is $4,129.08. So you're paying a huge amount over just to borrow that $2,500, and then the percentage rate is 32.79% for the annual percentage rate. So it's just disgusting percentage rate to borrow that, and on top of that, the finance charge. So you'll end up paying way more than $4,129.08, even if you agreed to that $4,189.08. But this is the type of predatory crap, which is the reason that I got into crypto, to get away from stuff like this. A while back, my credit was trash after some child support issues and things like that. I got sued for retroactive child support, and the lawyers went in and they went into all my bank statements and looked at my past 3 years of every single thing that I've done and every place that I've gone and everything that I've spent on my card. And that made me regret not using cash or crypto for that matter. And that's one of the benefits of crypto, is being able to have that privacy in case you get sued for something like retroactive child support from somebody who's being spiteful about you. And so they looked back and they're like, wow, you spent a lot of time going out to eat, like making judgment calls about my life, about whether or not I could have paid more at the time, at the settled upon agreed amount from prior times. Then I had some lawyers just combing through my bank statements, wanting to see if possibly I could have paid more. So, I don't know that the lawyer was very snaky, and I didn't really have money to defend myself because I was changing jobs, and so the amount that I was being sued for was a lot more than what I was actually making. And then they were going through my past 3 years statements when I was indeed making more, determining what I could have paid to add to the current amount. So it ended up being like $13,500 of retroactive child support. And I'll give to my kid. I do give to my kid. I love my kid, but to be forced in that way and to have my privacy breached by the banking institution to allow that type of stuff to happen, it's just ridiculous and it's predatory. So that's why I wanted to move away more towards cash at the time, because I didn't know about crypto. And then when I found out about crypto and then privacy tokens on top of that, like Monero and the Secret Network and Pirate Chain, and I'm just like, wow, I could have avoided a lot of issues, and I guess that's what the SEC and a lot of these three-letter government agencies worry about, as people getting into crypto and evading these predatory attacks on their accounts and their privacy and stuff like that. We can't have that, So anyway, I imagine Celsius, would kind of give over the same type of information. I started talking about Celsius, but the thing is on top of all that predatory and privacy stuff that banks do against you, and that banks collaborate with lawyers, and the government agencies, they also sit there and use your money to make money, and then only give you at best 1% or 0.5% interest on your savings. So they just treat you like trash. Why would you want to continue on with a centralized large big bank, just because Elizabeth Warren is telling you to? So I don't know, it's just ridiculous. And then I showed you this check here, this predatory lending thing. So anyway, how I got into the child support thing, my credit was destroyed from all that, and so I had to rebuild my credit. So how did I rebuild my credit? Well, I had to use a couple of these predatory lending services in order to build my credit and suck it up and get robbed and basically pay double of what the loan was, in order to show that I had paid back something on time and rebuild my credit history, and all that. And it's funny, I spent so much time rebuilding my credit history, and then I ended up selling the house that I was in and bought a good house now where I'm at, and I'm glad it's all worked out, and all that's way in the past. It's water under the bridge, whatever. But and I'm doing well now. But where was I going with that? Yeah, I had to rebuild my credit, and then my credit was good. And then it's funny because this last month, even though nothing happened, my credit dropped like 40 points for no reason. Absolutely no reason. And I don't know what is going on, and I've heard that report from a lot of other people. What? Check your credit, see what's going on. Did your credit drop like 35 or 40 points in the past couple months? If so, why? And there was some kind of back with my old child support payments in 2018. There was some kind of hiccup about the reporting of it, even though it was being paid, but it got reported to the credit agency, and there's nothing I can do. I've contested that, and somehow these keep popping back up on my record, and it knocked me down 40 points, and everything is completely different, and a lot of the circumstances have changed, but that still shows up, and that is why I'm into crypto, man. Crap like that, so I don't have to be a slave and a victim to the credit system and their predatory practices. Why would they drop my credit 40 points? And then if I actually needed to buy something on credit right now, which I don't, and I'm glad I don't, that would be an issue though. Say for instance, I was trying to refinance my house, and that's a kind of a lengthy process, and then suddenly my credit out of nowhere drops 40 points. That could cause some major problems, especially for people trying to buy a house or buy a car or whatever. And then I ended up going into Celsius when I bought my car, and it allowed me to borrow against my crypto, and I had a large chunk of cash that I could put down on my car without actually spending my crypto. So I got to keep my crypto savings and earn interest on that, and let the crypto appreciate while borrowing the cash I needed to put down on my car and to supplement my current credit score, so I could get a really cheap payment. So those are ways in which you could use crypto. Good morning, Randy. How you doing? Glad to see you back on. Man, you're level 5 now. Moving on up in the theta world. All right, so yeah, I mean that's it's just kind of I wasn't planning on talking about this type of stuff today, but it just kind of came up when I received this letter in the mail, and it just brought up all these old feelings about the predatory practices of a lot of these agencies and the banks and the stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not trying to just blame the system for my problems. I know how easily and a slippery slope that can get into. But either way, I keep a lot of my crypto on Celsius Network. And this is not a commercial for them, by the way. But it's just nice to see the weekly drop into my account. So what started this is I was looking at the price of the Celsius token. I was like, man, I might buy some more Celsius token so I can go in here and add to, because when you own the Celsius token, it makes your interest rate increase. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, so that being said, yeah, Bitcoin 6.2% APY on it. I mean, come on. Anyway, that's not what I was going to talk about today. Ended up wasting like half the show talking about, whatever. It is what it is. It's my video blog in the morning. So anyway, I was messing around yesterday, and I was on Matic, and I was looking at the swapper protocol and I set up some liquidity on it from that swapper airdrop I got on Arbitrum. And let's see here. Let me pull this up. And I got this airdrop because I'm a member of the Bankless DAO, and I wanted to help them out for giving me that airdrop, because when you get airdrops, you really shouldn't just like dump it. Like these communities who are doing the airdrops and stuff like that. I mean, unless it's just some kind of scam airdrop. But Swapper's legit, and they're trying to build up and bootstrap their project. They're trying to do it in the right way by, creating liquidity and giving it a good foundation. So for me to just dump the token, it's kind of a crappy move. I added to the pair, and I added to the Swapper WETH pair right here. And it wasn't a lot. It was just the amount that they gave me. But when you add a liquidity pair on a decentralized exchange, and this is pretty much the case with any decentralized exchange. Hey, what's up, Metanoia? How you doing? Long time no see to you too. All right. So, you jumped on just in time after my rant. So, yeah, good thing you missed that one. So anyway, so I got these swapper airdrops, and I applied this to the swapper liquidity pool. And liquidity pool, if you don't know, they're a common thing on decentralized exchanges in which you provide liquidities, because a decentralized exchange relies on automatic market makers. And automatic market makers are the pools, the place where all the tokens to be readily available for you to swap with sit. Because in any other type of exchange, like that, it's account based, and whether that be stock market or crypto or whatever, they rely on trade matching. So you put in a trade for what you want, and they search around and they try to find matches, and then they match you with another pair or fractions of pairs and stuff like that, and then they do the swap for you. Not so with a decentralized exchange that relies on automated market makers, and that's called AMM. And an AMM, the consumer, I guess, adds to a pair, and a pair is 50% by 50%. And I won't get into the subtleties of some other protocols that are doing single-sided liquidity and all that. For now, we're just talking about just 50-50 pairs. All right. So I would add the exact same amount of WETH and Swapper. All right. So usually how I do that, because I don't want to sit around and mess with the calculator to see it's exactly what 50% is what. I just kind of, I had 419 Swapper tokens. So I went in and I went to this swap thing right here. And what's up, Pawns? All right. So, and I found Swapper. Let's see. Let's go down to Swapper right here. Where you at, Swapper? Oh, did I? Swapper. Come on now. My computer's running a little slow. All right, so there, and then I went to WETH. It's just crawling along. Okay, all right. So, and then I just put in 419, or I had the max at that time. So it was 0.9 ETH. So I ended up swapping it for 0.9 ETH, 0.09 ETH, and then bam. All right, and it gave me 0.09. Wait, no. And then it's 0.09 ETH. So what I did is I didn't have any WETH in my wallet. So I went back here after I found that was 0.09 ETH. And I put USDC there because I had USDC in my wallet. And then I had WETH right there. So, and then I just flipped those back and forth right there. Bam. Okay. So I traded my USDC, for the 0.09 ETH, WETH. So then I had the WETH in my wallet. So at that point, I had the WETH and the swapper in my wallet. So I go back over here to these pairs, and then I click on this pair right here, bam, and I had both of them readily available, and I added 50-50 to it, and in return, I got my swapper liquidity pool token that represents my position and my place in that. So every time a transaction is done between WETH and swapper in that pool, I get 0.25% of that, and my pool share is 0.28% of that pool. So yeah, and here's my 5.984 pool tokens that represents my place in that liquidity pool. So one thing you have to worry about in automated market makers on DEXs and stuff like that, and this applies to Uniswap, it applies to SushiSwap, it applies to Layer 1, Layer 2, whatever, wherever. If it's a decentralized exchange that works on the automated market maker protocol principle, then you have to worry about impermanent loss. And that's when the value of one token goes up dramatically, or down dramatically, and then the other has to compensate for that in order to maintain the current amount in your of liquidity pool tokens in your position. And if you were to pull out of the pool at that moment, then you could lose a significant amount of money. But it's called impermanent loss, because if you don't pull out and then the token price on one side of it corrects itself, then you'll be okay. All right. So anyway, what was I going to do? I discovered I wanted to add some more to this HOP protocol exchange liquidity pool position, because HOP protocol, I covered it a few days ago. It allows you to switch back and forth between different layer 2 protocols. Okay, so I wanted to bring more USDC over there and add to that position. And add to my USDC position. Okay, so how do I do that? I have this stuff over on Arbitrum where it's on Swapper, and Hot Protocol right now is not quite yet on Arbitrum. It's on Matic network, so I need to move this stuff over. Anyway, so Hop does not right now have Arbitrum functionality, even though it is coming to hop from Arbitrum to Polygon. But I did find another one on Arbitrum that has that functionality. So Arbitrum's not the only one. And then there's this Allbridge. This does not have Arbitrum functionality yet either, but allows you to hop from layer 2 to layer 2. But I found Celer network. Now, where are you at, Celer network? Right here. Okay. And let me just Google Celer network. Not Google pre-search, but it's just kind of like Xerox. You just kind of use that blanket term, and I think that's what every large monopoly driving organization wishes to be, is to be that exact word that you need. Let's make a Xerox of this. Let's just Google it. All right. In Texas, instead of saying soda pop, hey, just give me a Coke. Yeah, what kind of Coke you want? I want a Sprite. So, anyway, let's see. So Celer network. This is on Arbitrum, and it's a layer 2 scaling platform. platform that brings fast, secure, and low-cost blockchain applications on Ethereum, Polkadot, and others. So it's one of these ways to go from blockchain to blockchain. Interoperability, I've told you several times, is the key word for 2021. Because a lot of these amazing apps and layer 2s and all this stuff are being created to scale, a lot of these previously congested networks like Ethereum, for instance. So a lot of new blockchains have been made in order to solve that scaling issue, and a lot of layer 2 solutions have been made in order to solve that scaling issue. Since a lot of these new blockchains and layer 2 solutions have come about, there's been a lot of silos that have developed. And silos meaning, if you don't know what a silo is, if English is not your first language, a silo is that tall tower that you see on farms that store grain. And in order to move something from one silo to another, you have to basically pull it down and go down to the bottom, and then pull it and then put it in another silo, and then have go back up to the top of another silo. I don't know, it's kind of a bad metaphor, but kind of you get the idea. Or say you worked like in Detroit, they have that GM building which is one tower, and it has like 3 other towers around it. So let me see if I can find a picture of that. That'd be a perfect picture. Detroit GM building. So let's take a look at this building, and you'll have a really good idea of what a silo is. And I've noticed that, and the reason I'm explaining it is because I've been in conversations sometimes with people whose English is not their first language, and always like, silo? What is this silo? All right, so let's see if I can find some images. Oh, why is this in Spanish? Did I have my VPN on in Spanish? Okay, so all right, and now it's in Vietnamese. Okay, so here's the building, all right? Okay, and you have this main tower. I'll just pick some basic picture, and Lord have mercy. All right, so you have this main tower right here in the middle, and you have all 4 of these other buildings out on each side. And so maybe you have accounting over here, and you have sales over here, and you have all the executive suite here, and then operations over here. In order for any of these departments to talk to each other, they have to go down their elevator and then go back up to the center to meet on Tuesdays when they have their all-company meeting. Or if sales needs to talk over here to accounting, they have to go down their elevator. So, yeah, here's layer 1, and then here's all the layer 2 solutions surrounding it. And in order for any of these to talk to each other, they have to all go down to the bottom of layer 1, and then, settle there, and then go back up to each respective tower in order to get any of the tasks that they talked about down here up on their levels. So yeah, that kind of gives you a visual representation of layer 2 solutions, different blockchains, and then layer 1 solutions, and how they all can't really speak to each other. And that is the point of interoperability in 2021, and the importance of interoperability. So things like HOP protocol and Celer network are allowing you to jump in between all these and just basically go from tower to tower. And so I'm going to do that on the Celer bridge, because the Celer is also available on Arbitrum. I thought was available on Arbitrum to Matic, but it's not quite yet. But Celer is. So let's see here. But I wanted to bring USDC over. So first, I think I will just go ahead and swap some. Let's go back over here. Let me get out of creating a liquidity pair. And I want to swap the little WETH I have for some USDC, because I wanted to provide liquidity on a USDC pair over on Matic. So let's see here, swap, and I will swap on Swapper, and swap on Pop. Don't listen to me. Just don't listen to me. Okay, so, and select a token, and just do USDC, and right there, 57, but wait, I thought I had 0.024. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and just swap this. The fee is 0.25%. I don't know. So whatever. Who might ask? Yeah, so I will confirm this swap on Swapper. And let's see what happens. It should go pretty quick since this is on Arbitrum. Swapper is on Arbitrum, and Arbitrum is supposed to be cheap and fast and layer 2 solutions and all that whatnot. So I'm getting a MetaMask pop up. For some reason, it doesn't pop up in OBS on my side to show you, but the confirmation window is popping up and it's doing its deal. But all right, so I am confirming this transaction, and the fee is like 0.002874 Ethereum. And let's see, what is Ethereum's current price? Let's just say, yeah, it's like $3,900. Let's just say that. And 0.002 of that, let's see here, 3,900 times 0.002, $7.80 to do that for the most part. So right around there. Which is, for some people who say $7.80 just to do it costs less to do an ATM on 6th Street on a Saturday night. And you might be right, but if you compare it to previous gas prices on Ethereum, that's actually pretty good. And if you're moving a lot of money and not $57 over, it's really relatively speaking not a lot. So I'm getting that transaction done. Now I have $57.04 in USDC. So let's go over here to Celer network, and where'd it go? Where'd that Celer bridge go? Here it is. Here's the Celer bridge, and let me change this to USDC. USDC coins. Celer network only has those 3 coins, and that's why I changed it. Was wrapped Ether, USDC, or Tether. All right, so USDC. I wanted USDC anyway, and destination chain is Polygon Matic. Let me just hit the. Where are you at? Yeah, it's not showing up. Maybe I need to refresh this page. All right, so. Oh, it should say max and then $57 if it was really reading. Did I swap that in the correct wallet? I hope so. And do I have this connected? Oh, this is on the Arbitrum. That was on the Arbitrum network too. So something's not adding up here. And I don't really have the time to sit around and fish through and figure it out with you guys online. But you get my intent. See, that's the beauty about just doing a video blog on Improvise. I'm just showing you guys the regular stuff that we're all going through. We're like, yeah, this is going to be wonderful. This is going to work great. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's not quite working out the way I thought it would. Let's go back and read the instructions, read the FAQs, frequently asked questions, and see what we can figure out why this is not going the way I thought it would. Anyway, yeah. So that being said, I'm gonna poke around this some more, and I'll update you tomorrow. Oh, there it goes, $57.04 of USDC just popped in. I guess I just had to give it a second. It wasn't as immediate as I thought it would. It had to settle. All right. So anyway, yeah, I will go ahead and just do this max. 5704, 1812. So it's gonna cost me less than $1, about 25 cents or something like that. Just fees, 28 cents. Okay, so I was close. All right, so I will transfer this over, and I'll submit my transfer to the destination chain, which is Polygon Mac. I have to approve it for the cross-chain transfer. And I don't have to go down to Ethereum. That's the beauty of it, because this is costing me 28 cents to transfer. If I were to take this USDC off of Ethereum, off of layer 2, and wanted to move it over to Matic to do what I want to do on Matic, that would cost me probably, shoot, man, it probably cost me that whole damn $56 just to do it, honestly. So I wouldn't have any money left. So this is a way I can move small amounts of money from layer 2 solution to layer 2 solution without paying out the butt for it and basically losing all my money just in getting it down to Ethereum layer 1 and then getting it back up on layer 1. So it probably cost me $56 to get it off of layer 1. Then it would probably end up costing me another $56 to get it back up onto Matic layer 2. So yeah, which that would be $56 that I didn't have. So nothing would be going up on layer 2. That's all I'm saying. All right. That being said, I think you've got the gist, and I'm just going to go ahead and add this liquidity onto the hot protocol. This $56 of liquidity, and yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. But that being said, yeah, you guys have a good Monday. Enjoy your family, enjoy your life, and I'm going to as well. And today is actually 2 years sober for me. I took the red sober pill 2 years ago, and I didn't do it really intentionally. I just rode out a hangover, and I decided I never really wanted to feel that way again. And I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna drink for a while. And then for a while turned into 2 years. So, hey, I'm the best decision I ever made, and it wasn't really one concrete decision. It was just every single day. I was just like, nah, I'm good, man. And then after a while, it became more and more time had passed, and I was just like, I'm good. And 2 years later, yeah, I'm still good. I don't need that. I'll drink my Topo Chico or whatever soda water I have. All right. Well, that being said, yeah. And as a result, all that money I would have spent on alcohol and all that time I would have spent unproductive sleeping in or just sitting around jabbering about nothing, drunk with some people at night. Yeah, totally, man. It's an amazing idea. Let's do that tomorrow. Yeah, all that party talk actually turned into research. So, and here I am on my own crypto show. I'm researching every single day some amazing concepts and making really good money out of all this stuff. All right, so yeah. That being said, that just turned into another rant. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh yeah, I want to stop recording.